Alright, I'm inside my base in Fortnite. I just got a little bit distracted. I didn't realize there was storage in here, but I don't really understand if this storage is different than my player storage. It seems kind of strange to me. If I double click these, nothing here, transfer. Wait. So I'm going to have to look at that later. Anyway, so in this video, I'm creating this video because this is Fortnite. I'm going to delete a lot of the stuff I built, which I spent about 3 days building, because I'm actually running out of things that I can actually build on my home base, which I'm getting a warning on the screen saying I've got 2,000 structures left I can build. You could probably see why, because I went absolutely crazy building. I have no idea what you want to call this. It's kind of a castle in the front here, but it goes up above into what I like to say it looks kind of almost like a spaceship. As you can see, it's just absolutely massive. I've never been to anybody's base who has built this high up into the air. I love it. I think it's pretty cool. I built this little house out here as well. As you run around, you can see it. This is another little shack kind of that I built if you want to come out here and jump into this and defend this point, which I haven't had to defend yet in the game. You can go in here, and you can defend from here very easily. You can also run up top of the building here, so you can quickly jump over and get into my main building. I'm going to take a little tour before I start deleting a lot of this, which is kind of, you got to crush it manually by hand by hitting it like this, so it takes time. Anyway, so here's the inside of my fort. I've built walls very high. I've built walkways, wooden walkways. Kind of like a traditional old fort. When they built their walkway, they built their big stone brick walls. They didn't build stone walkways. I mean, that was kind of a waste of effort and resources. They just built very simple wooden walkways to get up to the top of the towers and the walls to defend from. So I kind of did the same type of methodology here. You can see all these walkways that go around my walls. When I started building this castle, I didn't expect it to be this tall. What had really happened was, let me show you, that when I created this wall right here, this piece that slants, let me see how, that's actually really just one piece of section of wall, but it really was much bigger than I thought it would be, and once I went that far out, I couldn't just, I had to put another wall on top of it. And even though this is just one wall, it ends up being a much higher up than I was really planning for. So let's go out the back door here, and you can see the back of my base. You can see there's this is the home area in Fortnite. It's quite large. So here's the back. I haven't bothered upgrading the resources on the stone here because it just takes so incredibly long. It takes 60 stone to make one wall up to the max, which is like this right here above me. This section is the max stone, so we're talking 60 brick. I can only carry in 1,000 at a time, so it's really took me about 15 hours of grinding the resources to construct this big ass wall. I also, as you can see, here's the other side. I love it. I think it looks cool. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear where the walls start to curve out. From there on up, I'm going to tear all that down. And that will make this look more like a traditional castle, which is kind of what I was going for. So this whole top's going to come off. But I wanted to record it on a video so I didn't lose it all. Here's another wall that I created here as a really nice defensive, a way to defend against the mobs coming this way. This is the kind of defense I want to use. I mean, people build tons and tons of traps, which, of course, at higher levels I'll need. But in these low levels where I'm at right now, I'm thinking these big solid walls are really all I need. I can get on one of these walls and defend. And what's nice is the mobs a lot of times line up on these walls in a nice straight line. And what I do is I just get in the end of the line like this. These mobs all line up, and I use my sniper rifle because my sniper rifle will literally go through 2 or 3 mobs at once. So I can do one bullet shot here and literally kill like 3 mobs. Or maybe 2 shots, depending on how powerful the mobs are, what level they are. So that's that little defensive wall there. You've got this side with its little structures and windows out the top. And then you've got the front of the base, which right now doesn't have a really nice entry point, which is something I need to rectify. It'd be beautiful. I can construct a drawbridge, but you can't construct stuff like that in Fortnite. I really wish you could. I wish that they had a building mode and enabled a lot more customizable buildings, because it's really fun to build in this game. It's really quite enjoyable. So let me go. Here's the other side. You've got a nice walkway that I created all the way across the front. We'll go ahead and walk across that real quick. You run up here, and you go out, and you can enter out here from this door. There's a door on either end as well, so it's very easy to navigate through here. I've tried to make the walkways and the doors all make sense. Like when you go through a door, it naturally kind of takes you to the right next area you really kind of feel like you want to go to. You know, everything kind of flows. Like here, I built this inner building structure. So like when you come around this front wall, you can actually walk across here and into this building, and this gives you another kind of a viewport. I may change the way these walls are built. This is not great for defense. It's more for just to make it look nice, to have another structure, kind of like what you'd have, maybe what you might have in a keep. You really would. This isn't that realistic to be. This would be like my guardhouse, but it isn't that great. So this may change as well, but for right now, it's going to stay. I just may change these walls and do something with them to make them more open. In fact, what I could do is you know, something like this, you know, and just open this right up. That gives you a much better way to defend. You know, when mobs are down here, you can just stand, you can be up here and defend. And you can see as I've built my castle or my structure, what you want to call it, I've tried to put beams in here to make it look realistic. The game doesn't force you to, you know, once you've got a floor attached to one structure that goes down to the ground, it doesn't force you to support anything else. I mean, you could make this huge walkway all the way out to the other side of the map, and which isn't realistic. I mean, it couldn't support itself. So just for visual aspect, for realism, I kind of throw these beams around just to make it look like this stuff is really built to stand and actually has structure. You know, that's the way I've built it. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I've just been having fun with it. Like I said, this structure is not set up to defend. To defend against attacks, which is the way this game is meant to be played. So I'm not really playing the game the way it's meant to be played. I'm just kind of having fun with the building tools right now. But I'm going to tear this whole top off, which means that every of these wooden walkways that I've created, which were painstaking, literally took me about 12 hours to make. Everything above this walkway will stay here. So really, it's just the next two walkways. This walkway and the one above it are all going to be torn down. All these walls are going to be torn down. It's going to make me cry. Not really, but it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to tear it down. So right now I'm just taking this video so we can see it all. And I don't want to say it's glory, because I don't know if it's really glory. I'm not sure. I like it. It was fun to build. And it was fun. It's fun. It's really fun to navigate. I think it's a fun. Set of walkways, and I think if this was like an RPG or something, that this would be an interesting building to have. But all this is gonna come down. So I think I've walked around and kind of covered most of it. So I want to make sure that I do on the video, because I'll probably they're under an NDA right now, but when the NDA is lifted, I'll probably post this video so people can see, oh God, all the effort I went through to construct this. And hopefully they'll say some nice things, or maybe they'll just say you're fucking crazy, you're an idiot. I don't know, but I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed learning all the different angles and how to do the corners, and you know, I learned all the different little tricks I think that there are for building these structures the way that I did. You know, I think there might be some I've missed, but I've tried to learn everything I could about the tools. So, like, I've tried to open up all the walls as much as possible, so you can have, so you can kind of see, you know, and you see a lot of windows in the walls and stuff, so you can see outside, and trying to make these some sort of visibility. And of course, that helps when you're actually trying to play the game the way it's meant to be played, which means you'd be defending. I thought about putting a walkway up to here. Right here, but I doubt I'm going to do that. So, anyways, that is it. I think I've covered it. Yep, thanks for watching. Later.